Hello there, Aries, and welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you're here. I'm Mary Sue, and today I am going to be doing your general reading for the second half of August. It's hard to believe it's already August. Okay, so this will be good from August 15th to about August 31st. We're going to take a look at the overall energies in your life, and then we'll take a look at the tarot to see if there's any obstacles or advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, or if you're resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's jump into your reading. So we're going to start off with the animal spirit guide oracle, and you have the black egg. Okay, so the black egg is about recognizing a truth within yourself. Being authentic for who your true self is. And this sometimes comes up when we're in situations where we're trying to fit in or gain the acceptance of those that are around us. So this could be in a work situation, peer situation, family situation, even a romantic situation. And what it's calling for is for you to go inside and figure out what it is that is really best for you and who you truly are without the external advice from those that are around you. So really interesting kind of a way to start the reading. And then underneath you have the stingray. So the stingray has somewhat of a similar message. You'll notice that the chakras of the stingray are all highlighted there. And with the stingray, it's about getting a backbone, growing a spine, that type of energy, about standing up for yourself, for a truth that is inside of you. So it could be, we see sometimes, like family members wanting you to go in a certain direction, career-wise, love-wise, where you should live, what you should wear, what religion you should belong to. It's kind of like, you may have a family situation where you're getting a lot of pressure from your family. A lot of times this stingray comes out when it's a family situation, or it could be peer situation, or even society or your religion. Like there's something that you're kind of expected to do, but it doesn't align with your true identity, who you truly are at the core. And it's about needing to grow a backbone or a spine and learning how to stand up for yourself, communicating who you authentically are, and going in the direction of your true self. So let's see what the Wisdom Oracle has. Okay, so we have Yang here. This is a card of action. The divine masculine. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine. So it's about taking action. A lot of times this also has to do with like business, how you make your money, that type of thing, head of household. So I really am kind of starting to wonder if it's not about building a backbone, because there's a certain career path that you would like to take. It's also the number one, and I'm hearing, stand up for yourself. You're number one. Stand up for you, stand up for number one, which is you. Listening to your heart. Which way do you want to be drawn? Yeah, because this is a big decision. We have building blocks on the bottom. This, I really do feel like for a lot of you, this is a career type of message, because it's kind of like whatever you decide. However, it's almost like you're at a crossroads. Like if you don't stand up to your family, peers, loved ones, romantic partner, if you don't kind of stand up and come into alignment with your true self, become your true authentic self, like the building blocks for your life will not be where they should be or how they should be laid. And then you'll have a tower moment on down the path, because it's kind of like, yeah, I didn't go in the way of my true identity, my true self. And so, you're building blocks right now. You're kind of building something. You're trying to build your future. And you could be building it almost like on quicksand is the message that I'm getting, because you're not going in your true path. Okay, so for some of you, it's you need to seek out a teacher that can there's two messages I'm getting here. A teacher that can help you to step into your true authentic self, or a teacher like you may almost need to do like an apprenticeship. I know, apprenticeship. That's kind of weird. Internship, something like that. Like you may need to find a teacher to either help you to step into your truth, or to go onto this path, because this could be a new, like a totally new career path, that you don't know anybody that's kind of like done this. You may have to go back to school. You may have to get another degree, or it could just be a mentor. For some of you, I kind of feel like you may be wanting to leave the religion of your family and go on a more spiritual path, but you don't even know kind of like where to start, as like almost trying to find a spiritual teacher to go. And with this yang, it's kind of like this is about action, but I almost kind of get like this sense of spirituality for some reason with this card that I've never had before. And letting go of your fears of what your family, loved ones, romantic partner is going to think. Letting go of that. Being willing to say, I have to go this way. And you may not want to say, I have to go this way, whether you support me or not. But it's like you have to let go of needing their support, of needing their acceptance to go in this new direction of some sort. So let's go to the tarot and get some clarifiers here. We're going to first take a look at your present energy. This is really kind of interesting, because I think for a lot of you Aries, it really is about stepping onto a completely new path. Maybe even in a direction that many people haven't gone, before. Almost like creating something totally new and trying to figure out, like, how do I even start, Let's see what we have here. Three of Pentacles. So this is your present energy. Yeah, I get a sense that you're willing to work with others, to learn from others. I think you're even willing to compromise with your family a little bit. It's kind of like, I get the sense that you may need to leave your family or loved ones or whatever situation you're in now, but at the same time, you want to cooperate with them. You want them to cooperate with you. This sense of, can we work this out? It's not like you're rebelling, okay? I don't get the sense that you're rebelling. Like you really would like their support. You would really like for them to help you out, or at least know that you have their emotional support in this. Okay, so, interesting. Okay, so your obstacle is the King of Swords. This can be, and I'm going to say father figure or something like that, or a boss. I'm saying male only because the king is a male, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a male, but somebody that is kind of in charge or authoritative to you. So this could be, like a parent, a grandparent, a really close uncle or something like that. It could even be a religious figure. It could be somebody's approval that you want. It may even be a teacher's approval that you want, but they're very cold about this. Like this is a huge obstacle for you. You're not getting the support. No warm and fuzzy here. The King of Swords, is the person that will, take the sword and, cut out whatever doesn't need to be in his life. Don't like that, cut that out. Or a person out, right? And it's kind of like you're very concerned about being maybe cut out from your family or peer group or something. That this is somebody you really want. You feel like if you had this person's approval, then everything would be okay. But at the moment, you either don't have this person's approval, or you feel like you may not be able to get this person's approval. So let's see what the advice from Spirit is. What is the advice? Queen of Swords. Now this is kind of interesting because we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The first thing that came into my mind, and I'll have to admit, when I had just the King of Swords, I got the message of go to mom. So, however that resonates for you, but it's kind of like dad isn't approving, so the advice is, well, go to mom. But it could be some situation like that. Somebody that is somehow connected to the King of Swords, like going around the King of Swords or getting the King of Swords approval by going to a counterpart that can maybe talk the King of Swords into it. The Queen of Swords is somebody, though, also that sees clearly, but is a little bit softer, more nurturing than the King of Swords. So we'll clarify, but I do feel a little bit, it's kind of like, well, if dad doesn't approve, go ask mom. Really interesting. It's like just seeking the approval. It doesn't even have to be mom and dad. It could be just seeking the approval of somebody else in your soul tribe, or somebody else in your religious group, or somebody else in your family or work situation, whatever. It's like to get around this situation, to get the support of the King of Swords, you need to go to this other person that will help. For some of you, it could even be the teacher. Somebody that recognizes just how talented you are in this way and says, hey, let me go, talk to the King of Swords about this. Let them know just how talented you are. Now, this is interesting because they're not letting me stop shuffling. So there's definitely a message here because I pre-shuffle pretty thoroughly before I start the reading. So I don't usually have to shuffle too much on camera, but not this time. Sorry about that, Aries. Okay, there we go. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Lovers on the bottom. Wow. Lovers on the bottom. Okay, the Emperor underneath there, the World, the High Priestess, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Temperance. Very interesting. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is independent, steps into her power, builds her own empire, is looking fine, is taking care of our home, very financially stable, very responsible. And with the Lovers on the bottom, the Lovers is the old, traditional tarot choice card. And it's also about choosing yourself. Like, there is this counterpart. I'm also getting the sense, divine masculine and feminine, which I think is interesting because we have the divine masculine here, and then we have the masculine and feminine here. It's, about stepping into your own power, of choosing you, of choosing what it is that your true authentic self is. Very interesting. And then underneath that is the World. Like, this whole scenario is a building block for your new world, for the new chapter. The World is about closing out one cycle and starting a new cycle. And you kind of like, you have to, it's almost like, I really think for some of you, this like a spiritual journey, you know that you have to go on this path. This is maybe not even a path that you really are embracing completely, because you know that there are so many either people or situations that you may lose in the process. Really interesting. For some of you, I'm getting a sense that it could be stepping into stepping into your own sexual identity, and being concerned what your family may say about that situation or your peer group. And you know that, you know, coming into your own, aligning with your own truth is also going to have you kind of like need to step into a whole new world of different people. For some of you, it could also be coming into an alignment, like you may be wanting to, like if you have an addiction or something, you may need to like step away from your entire social group, and get a whole new group of friends. I had a family member that, was addicted to drugs. And one of the hardest things about it was, even once she got clean, it was kind of like, I don't have any friends. Like, I have nobody in my life, but she was clean and she knew she had to start anew. It's almost like you feel like whatever this is, you almost have to start anew. You have to let go of everything you kind of have now. And it might be that you're trying to seek out somebody that has done something like this before, and gather their support. On the bottom, Five of Swords, lots of regrets. And I don't know if you're regretting stepping into your truth. Like, you may have already stepped into your truth. If you're regretting it, or you're just regretting, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. Yeah, look at all of that energy is just being up in your head. Lots of fear, lots of anxiety, Aries. I'm so sorry. This is all Swords energy. All up in your head. Almost kind of to the point where it's your ego, your mind is kind of running your life instead of your heart. But I want to show you this. Look, you have the Judgment card and the Sun card. This is truly being, it is something that you are being called to do. Whether this is going in a new direction spiritually, going in a new direction career-wise, relationship-wise, stepping into your own truth, whatever that is. It's such a hard decision. It is not easy whatsoever, because you realize what you are losing when you step into this. But what Spirit wants you to know is, look, on the other side of that, on the other side of all of this, right, anguish, is joy and abundance. It's freedom. Like, I feel like there's something you're holding back from the world. You're not being your true authentic self, and as soon as you let it out, it's almost like this letting go is let out your truth, let out your secret, whatever that is. And it's kind of like all of a sudden, then all of this abundance kind of comes rushing in. Really interesting. It's, it's kind of like, what is that? The storm before the calm, or something like that. It's kind of like you do have to go through this storm of anxiety or whatever this is, but then the sun comes out and it's just like so beautiful. Like, I think you're mostly afraid of this King of Swords, what this King of Swords is going to say. But the advice is the Queen of Swords. So whoever, that's going to resonate differently for everybody. But I think that you do have support. You may feel like you have no support at all, but you do. You have this Queen of Swords that sees you for who you really are, sees the light in you. You see how she has the telescope there? She sees your light. She sees the purity within you, this truth. She accepts you unconditionally for who you are. She's not going to cut you out. In fact, I really get the sense that the Queen of Swords is going to help you, almost protect you. Use her sword to protect you. Where I think you're concerned that the King of Swords may turn the sword on you, the Queen of Swords is going to use the sword to protect you. That's the message I'm getting. And I've never gotten that message with the Queen of Swords before. I've never seen the Queen of Swords as that. So I think it really is a definite message, and it's about you stepping, the Queen of Pentacles is an independent energy, but she's also sees the fruit of her labors, and gender doesn't matter here. It's the energy of, you see how, like her skirt is made out of these flowers, like she's planted the seeds, the Seven of Pentacles, she's planted the seeds, and she's nurtured them. She's nurtured herself into this very beautiful harvest. And that's what you have to look forward to. Like, you may feel like right now I almost get like the Fool energy. Like you're almost, taking this huge risk, jumping off of this cliff, and you're not sure if there's anybody that's going to catch you, but you're going to catch yourself. That's the really cool thing, is that this kind of completely transforms your life for the better, for the better. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the World. With the Chariot on the bottom, you are going to have victory. The Chariot is about moving forward, having progress, and also victory. Victory in this situation. I think you are this Three of Pentacles, and this Three of Pentacles, you want this to all work out. You want everyone to work together to help whatever this is, whether you're trying to start a new business, you want to go into a new path of some totally different things. You want cooperation. You want support. You want everyone to kind of get along. Like, you don't want whatever this is, whatever this truth is, you don't want it to break things up. You want it to, you want their support, and you want it for everybody to stay together. The Five of Swords, this is up in your head, kind of, regretting, like, how do I do this? What will happen? But you have this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles again. So we have the Queen of Pentacles twice. It's about recognizing that, you can nurture yourself and stand on your own. You notice how the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, she has the baby. The baby is you. The baby is the new you. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful message. Thank you, angels. Yeah, the baby in here is the new you that you want to step into. You are the Queen of Pentacles, trying to build the building blocks of your future, of the new you that you're trying to birth, the one that is authentic and standing in your truth. And you're just concerned. I think you're concerned. Can I do it? Am I strong enough? What happens if nobody will support me? What will I do? Like, you're kind of concerned about that. But then look, you have the World card. Like, you are stepping into, you are completing the old you and stepping into the new you. Like, I think you really want to take such a big change in your life, whatever that is. It could even be, I'm getting, you could have some health issue, like say you are overweight and you're like, I want to get healthy. I really want to get healthy. I want to eat properly. I want to exercise, but I don't know where to go, right? You're looking for a teacher. But the problem is that you're living in a household where everybody overeats and never exercises. It's that kind of energy. And it's kind of like you have to build this backbone, this spine to say, we're throwing out all the junk food. We're going to take a walk after dinner. Like, you could be even trying to talk everybody else into going on the same path with you. Or at least you're trying to do it yourself if you have to. Like, you're willing to do it yourself. You're willing to nurture this new you. You see the potential in yourself if you step into your truth. You could have watched the Olympics and now you're like, you know what? I want to be an athlete, and you're kind of like, okay, I'm not anywhere near being an athlete right now. I have some major changes to make, but I see the potential in me and I'm going to go for it. And then it's like, I have to end all of my old habits and step into this new. And I really get a sense that you don't want to transition. It's like, today I overeat and don't exercise, and tomorrow I am training for a marathon. And it's like night and day. Wow. Okay, Aries, way to go. Well, they didn't flip. Okay, so let's see what this King of Swords is. Let's see what the King of Swords is. Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I think you've been trying to convince, this could even be you up in your own head because we had all that swords energy. So it could be you up in your own head, your own self-doubts telling you you can't do this. Or it's somebody in your life that's telling you, no, there's no way you can do that. You want to be in the Olympics? You got to be kidding me. You couldn't make it through PE class. It's that kind of energy of somebody saying that. And, it's kind of like you're trying to inspire them as much as yourself. And you're getting this, the Four of Cups is that, not really. Not feeling it. But what you don't understand is that there's this cup coming in from the universe. The universe is going to offer you something. They're going to help you because the universe is supporting you in this. The universe is saying, yes, you need to take action. You need to move forward with this. This is something that you are going to do very soon. Like with this Lionsgate portal, it's kind of like you put out the intention. I am going to step into this energy and I am going to do it. And, you're just kind of up in your head about it. Two of Swords now, just kind of like up in your head. It's kind of like you have to take off the blindfold. You're blocking it. You may be resisting having to talk to the King of Swords, resisting talking yourself into actually taking the first step. Because like the Page of Wands is like wanting a new start, a fresh start, and not being able to get there. Huh. Okay, so let's see what the advice is with this Lovers, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Emperor on the bottom. Let's see what the Emperor is. Four of Swords, Three of Wands, Sun card again. Like Aries, you're going to be very successful with this. I think that if you're looking for some message about that, you are going to be successful. It is about looking at all of your options, seeing the clarity, or having someone help you to see the clarity. This could be somebody that, helps you to, the Queen of Swords knows what direction she's going in and makes the plan. The Queen of Swords is somebody that realizes that you have a lot of options and it's about you making the choice. There could be a lot of people you're trying to please, a lot of different directions you're thinking of going in. You may have been extremely confused about where to go, how to go, where to start, how to get a teacher. And it's about choosing you, choosing the best option for you, loving yourself while you're making this decision, thinking of yourself. And, I think for some of you, you're holding on to something. You're holding on to your finances. You could be holding on to a fear that you need to let go. That's the message I just got. Let go of the fears. Let go of the fears. This Queen of Swords is going to help you. And this could be your own energy, but the Queen of Swords is going to help you find the clarity. It's about stepping in and making a plan. The main advice is, look at all your options, but don't get confused. Choose one, the one that's best for you. Like, you may be trying to choose an option that your family will like, or your romantic partner will like, or your friends will like. You may be trying to look at other options and choose one that everybody compromise like way too much because you're holding on to some fear that, this King of Swords or people are going to not approve of this. But it's really about choosing yourself, choosing the option. The Lover's card has come up twice, and I'm not really, to me, the Lover's card is usually, the lovers. But I'm not necessarily getting that. There could be a true soulmate. The Queen of Swords could be a true soulmate that comes in and helps you through this situation. But I'm getting the true sense that you have to choose you, Aries. You have to step into your authentic self. You have to choose to be you, whoever that is. That's kind of exciting and yet at the same time extremely scary, isn't it? When we get to the vulnerable part of saying, okay, this is what I really want to do. This is who I really am. And letting other people know. I have to admit, like when I first started doing tarot, I kept it hidden for years, right? Because I thought my family and my friends would be like, that's a little woo-woo. And then at some point, it was just kind of like, okay, I have to step onto my spiritual path. I have to go in this direction. And sure, there were some people that I had to let go. That just were like, nah, that is, I don't know, right? But I couldn't be happy when I was hiding tarot cards. I hid them. So nobody knew, that I had them. So it is, as hard as it was to let go of some people in my life, some situations, at the same time, I've been able to be more of who I really am. And so it's kind of like, I feel like it's something like that for you. Like you have to, put it out there. Maybe you really want to be a musician and not the accountant that you are, and it could be that, you have a family that, possibly you're married, you have children, it means that, you are going to need the cooperation perhaps of your family. Okay, so let's go to this Queen of Pentacles. Let's see where you're going. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. So you are going to have some cooperation. Empress, 8 of Cups, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, Fool. You have so much good. Aries, do not be afraid. The message I'm getting here with this Seven of Swords is that there may be some things that do have to leave your life, but at the same time, you could possibly be self-sabotaging yourself. You're so afraid of the King of Swords or whatever that energy is. But as soon as you step into this, guess what? You get victory. This look at this. Eight of Wands is taking action. And when you take action, when you step into your Queen of Pentacles, when you do what it is that you want to do, you grow that spine, right? You pull out your tarot cards and you do a reading for everybody. Whatever it is about stepping into that power and not self-sabotaging. You know, the Seven of Swords is about secrets. It's about no more secrets, baby. You know, I got this all out. I'm telling you what I want to do. I want to go in this direction. I want to change careers. I want to move to New Zealand. I want to live with the penguins. Whatever it is that you want, you know. Maybe you want to go save the world. We could use more people like that. Maybe you want to do tarot. Okay, so let's see what your cosmic journey is. I am galactic starseed blooming. You are. I do think some of you, this is a spiritual journey. So if you don't know about star seeds, there's a lot of information on YouTube and the internet about star seeds. You are here. Okay, so what a star seed is somebody that comes into this lifetime to, and star seeds have usually had several lifetimes. So they're very wise, but they come in to literally clear a new path for future generations. And that's exactly what I get here, is that like when you step into this truth, when you step into your starseed energy, it really is because you are going in a totally new path. And that is possibly why some people, situations in your life have to leave, because it's almost like you're a pioneer. Starseeds are kind of like pioneers here. You know, here to raise the consciousness of the collective. So you may be seriously wanting to quit your job as an accountant, right? To, go on some spiritual journey or to help raise the consciousness of the collective. And part of this journey is trying to find teachers along the way. And you can't find those teachers. I'm really getting the message. You can't find those teachers until you step into this truth. Once again, going back to my tarot, just to put a personal twist on it, it wasn't until I really started looking for other people that were doing tarot, looking for teachers, looking for my new soul tribe. And I think that that's kind of part of this journey, is that you have to choose you. And then guess what? Your new soul tribe comes in, and it's so scary. You know, it really is so scary. But by choosing yourself, look at this. You also step into your own power. You step into the world you're meant to be in. I feel like for some of you feel out of place. That's how I was. I felt out of place. I didn't feel like I really fit in anywhere when I was a child and everything, because I was in a really, religious setting, and I never fit in. I never felt I fit in with my family. And then, when I finally started, talking about my tarot, my spirituality, when I was willing to start sharing some of it with the people in my life, then it was kind of like some of them totally embraced it. Some of them did not. But the ones that totally embraced it also totally embraced me. And I'll have to admit, it helped me to even step more into my power. Really, very interesting. Wow. And then on the bottom, we have trust and act accordingly. It's like trust the universe. Trust that your soul tribe is out there. Trust that this is all going to work for you. Trust that this is part of your soul journey, that you are supposed to, like, tell your truth. You know, step into who you truly are. Really, very interesting. Aries. I'd love to hear in the comments, seriously, like, you know, where you think that this journey is taking you. Contest. Be yourself fully, and you are without compare, a true winner of the only contest that matters. Step into your truth. Do not compare yourself to others. It's the hardest thing to get over, because a lot of times in society it is about, you know, trying to fit in. You know, when we're children, we want to fit in with our family. When we go to school, we want to fit in with our peers, and we want our teachers to like us. So we're always kind of like trying to fit in, but this is about you not necessarily trying to fit in anymore, because your journey here is to be a starseed, is to go in a new direction, is to blaze that path for others that, you know, will come in the future. It's about raising the consciousness level. Like, part of your truth is that you see perhaps like the world needs more love and compassion. You know, you look at the earth, you're one of the people that looks at the earth and you don't see countries or continents, right? You just see humanity. You see love, compassion. You don't see borders. It's that kind of energy of, you know, like stepping into this. But this is also about taking action. Listening to your heart and taking action. You are building the foundation for those in the future. You are going to eventually become the teacher. I think right now you may be seeking a teacher, but then you will become a teacher. When I first started on my spiritual journey, I was seeking out other people that had already kind of been on their spiritual journey, on their path, doing tarot. Right? I seeked out others and, you know, read books or YouTubed, you know, like really going down that rabbit hole and then meeting other people, that type of thing. And now I'm not going to say, you know, I might be a teacher, but I do help others that are trying to learn, that are just, you know, getting on their path. I'm definitely no master, but, you know, you will eventually become the teacher. Wonderful. And not to worry, you know, like I know when I first started too, I was kind of like, okay, you know, I'm not there. I know nothing. I felt like such a novice, right? You may be feeling that, and it's about, don't compare yourself to others that may be ahead of you. You are part of that soul tribe. And I think it's so interesting. Look at the picture. It's kind of like, I feel like part of it is that you are looking for that soul tribe. You're looking for someone that will love you for going on this journey, or will join you on this journey. Yes, you know, it's kind of like you may feel like you're going to be completely alone, but look at this. We have the Three of Pentacles twice. You are going to find people to join you on this. And we have the Empress. You are starting a new life. You are birthing your new life. Wow, it's kind of exciting, and I know at the same time kind of scary. Okay, so here is your Lover's Oracle card to close out your reading. Once again, Aries, if you resonated with this, I'd love to hear in the comments how this fits into your life. And also, if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, subscribe. Okay, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. For some of you, you could be on a twin flame journey because we do have the Lover's card twice. You could be on a twin flame journey, and you could, in a twin flame journey, you have a separation period. And then as you both ascend, then you can sometimes come back together. And it could be that you are, a lot of times there's one of the twins goes on the spiritual path and the other twin stays more in the 3D. And it could be that that's what you're kind of afraid of. That, you're going to go on the spiritual path, but your twin is like, no, not going there. That's just not my world. And so it's kind of interesting because by, even if you do have to separate from this person and go your own way and follow your own truth, that it's okay because a piece of them will always be with you. And that you'll find the missing pieces. It's almost like once you get on this path, this is the message I just got. Once you get on this path, you'll get the breadcrumbs of information that you need. The teachers will appear. The information will appear. You'll get the next step, not to worry. The first step is just to take a step onto the path. Wow, Aries. I do wish you lots of love and light in this situation. And I do... I really do hope that you'll, think about sharing your story, because I think anybody that's drawn to this video is possibly somebody that you can maybe connect with in your new soul tribe and you support. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you, and I do wish you lots of love and light, and I do hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.